Welcome to the Torah Outreach Program, Erev Shabbos Burst of Inspiration. Today's Burst of Inspiration is sponsored by Mr. Mikey Ozeri in honor of his new nephew, born to Liron Gabriela Bat Ronit Tzipora. May he grow to be a source of nachas to his parents, grandparents, and above all, his creator and all of Klal Yisrael. Parshas Pinchas. There is a piece in here that is an ode to the Jewish women of Klal Yisrael. B'nos Tzlofchad, the daughters of Tzlofchad, came to complain while Moshe and Aaron and the Zakanim, the elders, were sitting and deciding who gets which piece of land when they come into Eretz Yisrael. They came in and they said, our father passed away. He was not part of the incident with the spies. He was not part of any group that was doing anything. He had his own sins and his own issues. And he doesn't have any sons. And everybody knows that all the Yerusha, all the inheritance goes to the sons. So what happens when you don't have sons? Aren't we considered as children? Surprisingly, Moshe said, I don't know. And he said, give me a second. And he asked Hashem what to do. Now this is an incredible thing. Because no one in the history of the Jewish people before and in the future, we're told no one's going to have this type of relationship. No prophet has ever had or ever will have this type of relationship with Rabban Shalom. Just give me a second, I'll ask God and he'll give me an answer. Doesn't happen anymore. Only to Moshe. But Hashem told Moshe, they're right. They should get their inheritance. And not only that, if there are no sons, the inheritance goes to the daughters. Simple as that. Why didn't Moshe know that? The Torah was given at Mount Sinai, which was 40 years ago. 40 years before this incident. Why didn't Moshe know? Hashem knew that these very special, brilliant, righteous Jewish women were going to come to Moshe and ask that question. And he wanted to give them the merit, the ability to have their piece in the Torah. They brought that law into the world. That if there's no sons, the inheritance goes to the women. Not only that, we're told that they were righteous, they were brilliant, and they loved Eretz Yisrael. It's interesting, because there are a couple more places in this week's Parsha which we talk again about brilliant women. Towards the beginning of the Parsha, we are counting the families. We're counting the Jewish people again. And we're counting them by family, which is according to the men. But yet, we throw in one woman. Her name was Serach bas Asher. Serach, the daughter of Asher. Why are we throwing her in? She was long, long ago. She was the daughter of Asher, who was born long before they even came into Mitzrayim, into Egypt. And now we're talking about it, and we're bringing her in, like, why? And Rashi says, because she was still alive. So she has special mention, because she's still there. Why is she still alive? Another brilliant woman with foresight. When the brothers found out that Yosef was still alive and they were coming back to Eretz Yisrael, to Israel, those days known as Canaan, to tell their father, they were worried, like, if we just break the news to him, he's not a young man, and he's been mourning his son for 22 years, we just tell him like that, who knows what it's going to do. So they had to break it slowly. Serach used to sing to him or play musical instruments for him when he was trying to sleep because he was so distraught over the loss of Yosef, he had trouble sleeping. But this night, as he was falling asleep, she started singing, Od Yosef Chai. Yosef is still alive. When they broke the news to him, he realized what Sarah had done. And he gave her a blessing of long life. And here we see, because of her foresight, because of her brilliance, she was still alive. And in another place, it talks about how the men complained that they didn't want to go into Israel at the time of the spies. And the women didn't. The women had a deep, deep love for Eretz Yisrael and a foresight and an understanding that Hashem's going to take care of us. So what is this parsha telling us? We have to understand, who is the power? Who is the understanding? Who is the sensitivity behind the greatness of the Jewish people? Jewish women. The Jewish women. Ladies and gentlemen, I just landed, my wife and I just landed in Eretz Yisrael just a few hours ago. It is Motzei Shabbos B'Tammuz, the eve after the fast of the 17th of Tammuz, as a remembrance of when our enemies broke through the walls of Yerushalayim, where 3 weeks later they destroyed the temple. And I'm here because of the foresight and the understanding and the love of Eretz Yisrael of a very special Jewish woman. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank my wife, because this is an incredible opportunity to be here, especially this time of year. Thank you. Erev Shabbos.